The following message was transmitted at the request of the National Weather Service. The National Weather Service has issued a severe hurricane warning for Texas, New Mexico, Louisiana, and Oklahoma at 10:28 a.m. effective until further notice. At exactly 5:28 p.m. Central Standard Time the previous day, the National Weather Service Doppler radar had detected a hurricane in Arizona traveling along the southern coast of the United States. It is very likely it can pose a threat to civilian safety. Do not go outside at any time during this event, and wait for an all-clear signal. Go to the lowest basement of your house, or go to a nearby shelter immediately to protect yourself. Local and statewide businesses will be shut down for the remainder of this weather emergency. This is Fox 4 News of Dallas. We will continue to broadcast more about this hurricane as it progresses. The following message has been transmitted at the request of civil authorities. A child abduction emergency has been issued at 10:46 a.m. effective until further notice. Child is age 8, male, dark brown hair, turquoise shirt, red shoes. Child was allegedly picked up off of the ground by an unknown force. This phenomenon is puzzling civilians and the government. It may be the hurricane from earlier, or maybe the work of an outside entity. If you have any whereabouts on where the kid is, please report it to local law enforcement immediately. The kid is currently presumed to be either missing or dead. This is Fox 4 News of Dallas and Fort Worth. We will continue to broadcast emergency alerts as they happen. The following message was transmitted at the request of the United States government. A civil danger warning is in place and will be in place until further notice. The hurricane detected by NWS earlier today is in fact not a hurricane at all. It is a much bigger weather threat and even more deadlier than we thought. This new threat is sucking up civilians into the sky, and there have been numerous abduction reports over the past 20 minutes. It has currently attacked in major cities in Texas and other states along the southern coast, and is currently on its way to Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and the tip of Florida's utmost northern area. It is advised to evacuate immediately and move to unaffected states, where the phenomenon hasn't attacked yet. Staying in these states can result in potential death. This is Fox 4 News of Dallas.
This is WVTM 13 of Alabama. Programming has been suspended. Please wait for an important emergency alert. This is WVTM 13 of Alabama. Programming has been suspended. Please wait for an important emergency alert. This is WVTM 13 of Alabama. Programming has been suspended. The U.S. government has issued an emergency action notification for all states in the southern coast. A hurricane that was detected earlier today is actually a wormhole lifting people up off the ground. This poses a huge threat to our country. Thousands of people have been reported as missing or dead, and some people have even witnessed the events unfolding before their very eyes. The government recommends people who live near the southern coast to evacuate immediately to unaffected states. Houses may be ripped from their foundations. It is advised you leave immediately. As such, this NBC channel will be terminated, as evacuations are already taking place. Thank you for all of your service over the years.
This is not a test. Our country is being sucked into a wormhole, as we speak. More and more states are at risk of being sucked into this wormhole. This is no weather disaster. This is something else entirely that threatens our freedom and our country. We originally thought this was just a hurricane, but it turns out to be way more powerful than we thought, and it also has killed thousands of people so far. We advise you to move to the following states listed below to protect yourself from this dangerous threat. States that are not listed are about to be, or have already been previously attacked, and quite possibly even sucked up entirely. Evacuations should be taken with extreme caution. The entirety of the United States is being threatened by this wormhole. If you get sucked up, then thank you for being a part of the American dream. If you haven't yet, evacuate immediately to protect yourself from this new threat. The government thanks you for your cooperation.
The following message is being transmitted by the U.S. government. We are broadcasting this alone with very low power. We are now under a severe wormhole warning that will be in effect until either the entire country is gone, or the wormhole disappears. Half of the U.S. is gone as a result of this wormhole. Millions of people have died, as a result of this event we originally thought was just a normal hurricane. There is hardly a government left, and we feel our country is about to fall to the hands of a supernatural disaster. At this time, anyone who is slow to line out there should evacuate the country immediately. It will only be a matter of time until this country falls completely. We thank you for being a part of the American dream. Help is on the way. There is light at the end of the tunnel. We will survive.
This is our final message to the American people. Our country is no more. Literally. The wormhole has consumed everything in sight. Every state, every person, literally everything is gone. The only states that still exist are Alaska and Hawaii, because they were far away from this incident, but they are struggling to maintain a government and may fall soon. Everyone, including the president, is now dead. If you are somehow watching this, thank you for being a part of our country, and our dream for freedom. Perhaps the country can be rebuilt in the future. Thank you for being a part of the American dream. TV signals will soon cease to exist, and Hawaii and Alaska will fall in the coming months. Our country is no more. This was inevitable. This has been our last broadcast ever. Thank you, and God bless America.